Hey guys, it's M16 here. Today I've got some more World of Tanks Blitz replays for you today. And today I'm going to be shamelessly seal clubbing. The first tank I have is the Panzer IV-D. This tank is the Tier 4 German monster. This thing has 8 degrees of gun depression with a 75mm gun. It has 160 alpha damage with more than 6 rounds a minute. And it has a 2.3 second aiming time and more than 100 penetration with its AP shells and 38 penetration with its HE shells, which is plenty to go through a lot of the thinly armored tanks down at tier 3 and 4. You won't go through many tier 5s with 38mm of penetration though. Pretty sure the Crusader is the only tier 5 you'll penetrate with HE. And yeah, trying to tell my team not to go town, but they don't listen because potato's gonna potate, right? Can't do anything about it. It's part of all the tanks. It's a good thing I've been having a good day, or else I'd probably be raging at them right now. Anyways, at least they're staying to the outside edge of town and not actually going into the town, because if they actually went into the town, there's no way we would have won. Because all the town is it's just a kill zone, and you get shot from so many different directions, it's not even funny. It's just bad. The hills are so much more better place to go than the town in Port Bay. So if you're ever on my team, please don't go town, because I will yell at you, and I will call you stupid, because you will be stupid if you go town on Port Bay. Anywho, spotted the Lee, uses great gun depression to my advantage. That one was never going to hit because he was going too fast. And I roll forward because I thought he was alone, but there's an M8A1 over there, which is going to be a problem later on. And I'm thinking, well, crap, I can't really get a shot at him. But then this M3 Lee decides to make it easy for me because potato's going to potate, and it's called seal clubbing for a reason. Anyways, off to go damage the M8. I load HE in awe that I can't penetrate more areas of it, but I actually get lucky and hit his engine deck and get a full penetrating shot with HE, but because the HE doesn't actually do that much more damage than AP, I only do 10 more damage than the average damage roll with AP, so it's just a lot harder. A lot more work to do with HE, but those times where you get those 200 plus damage rolls with HE and set someone on fire, it makes it worth it. So if you can penetrate with HE, you should always shoot it, no matter what tank you're driving. Especially if you're in a tier 10 tank and you get the rear of an American, or side and rear of a Leo or a Leo prototype. Penetrate with HE, shoot above the tracks if it's the sides, and you'll do a lot more damage and will be a lot more satisfying. Anyways, this nifty little trick, I know that I have auto aim on, so my aiming circle is going to be at the same place it was when I was in sniper mode. So when you're in third person mode, you can focus on where your hole is and not getting shot while still aiming at the right spot as long as the tank's not moving. That's the trick I use if I'm poking around a corner or over a hill and I'm trying not to get shot because I'm low health, or I'm trying not to get shot because it's a big ass gun aiming at me. And in that case, it was because I was low health and I was trying to use a little sneaky spot, and I got him. That issue, what he said, I thought he was just camping in the back, but apparently, according to that issue, he's doing something pretty funny. And yes, he is. He's spent the entire match trying to get up that hill. I thought he was AFK because he wasn't moving, and then he rolls forward. He didn't crash, because if he had crashed, he would have been rolling forward the entire time. If he was AFK, he wouldn't be moving. Oh well, potato's gonna potate, and it's called seal clubbing for a reason. Anyways, won the game 7-3. Their entire team, besides that Stug, obviously, went town. Probably the main reason they lost, because they got shot at by multiple directions, like what happens every time you go town. Anywho, 1.4k damage, first class mastery. You have to do really well in that tank to get an ace tanker because it's such a beast of a tier 4. And I load up my favorite seal clubbing tank, the T-43. And because I go full seal clubber this episode, I loaded all APCR. And Black Goldville Tier 8 game, not a huge deal. They do have a big gun, that Ferdinand, which I'm gonna get hit a couple times, which sucks. But yeah, he puts a hurting on me pretty good. And tell everyone to go caves because it's Black Goldville, and if you're not at least staying northwest of where I am right now on the map, you should just not be playing World of Tanks, or you're very new at this game. And I go to the middle. This side is actually the harder side to play middle at because you have to go around this to get hold down into a really good spot where you can't get shot. But it gives people like that T-43 shots at me. If you guys haven't noticed already, I have some mods installed in my game now. The first mod you guys just saw there when that 3045 swatted me, it's a different 6 cents icon that I just thought looked cooler than the one that came stock with the game. The second one I have, you can tell on the minimap, it's a different minimap. It's basically just an HD minimap. It goes into more detail than the one that Wargaming gives you, which I thought could be helpful in some situations. But it's basically just an HD. It's a pretty version of the minimaps. And the third one, which you guys are probably noticing the most, would be the skins on the tanks. What the skins do for most of the tanks, tier 5 and above, is it shows you where the crew and the modules are on the tanks. It can really come in handy, obviously, if you're trying to damage an ammo rack or kill a gunner or hurt a loader or something like that. But it doesn't really change where I aim anyways, because most of the time I snapshot, so I don't really have time to actually aim for the weak spots anyways. But it will come in handy if you're sniping and you've got time to aim, because the person is distracted by a platoon mate or another teammate, and you've got their side and you want to catch them on fire because you've got a hurt fuel tank, or if they have a damaged ammo rack, you can know for sure where the ammo racks are, and you have a higher chance of blowing it up and getting like a 1500 damage roll or some tier 10 heavy tank, because the first shot damages the ammo rack. And it would come in handy in times like that, but most of the time it doesn't really change how I play personally, because I know where to aim anyways. But on the off chance that someone is distracting him and I have all the time in the world to aim, I can actually aim and know for certain that I'm aiming at an ammo rack, an engine, a fuel tank, or a gunner or loader or some other module or a crew member, and I know for certain that if I hit there, I have a good chance of damaging it and critically wounding that tank, which makes it easier for me and my team to put that tank out of commission for good, which can come in handy. It hasn't really come in handy in that sense yet, because I just haven't really been in that situation where I've actually had all the time in the world to aim, because most of the time I do snapshot. But it could happen. It probably will happen plenty. So this mod will be useful at some point in the future. Hasn't really done much for me yet, but I can see it becoming something that will help my muscle memory a lot. This is World of Tanks Blitz replays with M16, and remember, always keep an eye on your minimap. Remember to also support your troops and be thankful for everything they do for you every day. I hope you enjoyed this video, and as always, have a nice day.